I spent about 6 hours decluttering last week and kept almost everything. And you know what? That's exactly what I needed to do. Because after 50, the old decluttering rules, they're actually making things harder. Today, I'm breaking 7 of them and showing you what works instead. 1. Declutter quickly so you don't give up. What this rule implies is that we should make fast decisions to let go of things quicker so that we don't lose momentum. And when we see how much we are letting go of, this will inspire and motivate us that much more. While this tactic might have worked for me in my 30s and 40s, it doesn't work for me now. At 61, I just don't move at lightning speed anymore, and I don't want to. There's too much history behind everything. When you've lived more than just a few decades, you've collected more than just stuff. You've collected stories. So rushing through decisions just creates regret. I'm going to suggest something that may surprise you. If you pause on an item for a few seconds, go ahead and keep it. There's a reason for that hesitation, and this can stop your flow if you hesitate too long. Now, if you're really unsure of an item and are hesitating a bit longer, this item probably deserves special treatment. This is where focus bins can be used. If you're not sure about something, it goes in there. You can come back to it later when you're ready. No guilt, no pressure, because slow decluttering actually works better long term. You can keep items in your focus bins for as long as you need and revisit them whenever you have the urge. You'll find that you'll naturally make decisions about these items. Some you'll keep, some you'll let go of, and some will either stay in the focus bin longer or it'll move into a keepsake bin. 2. Keepsakes don't hold memories, you do. While I do agree that we hold the memories in our brains, keepsakes often spark or dig up our memories that we've buried in the far corners of our minds. After going through my own keepsakes a few months ago, I realized these aren't clutter. They're my life story. Now, some people say that these items are just sitting in bins, not being displayed or useful. But here's the key difference. There's clutter that keeps you stuck in who you wish you still were, like clothes that don't fit, or equipment from hobbies you've moved on from. That stuff, it's time to let it go. But memory catchers are different. They're not about wishing you were still that person. They're about honoring the journey that made you who you are today. They don't trap you in the past. They ground you in your story. And that's why I keep mine. I use keepsake bins, and I can have as many as I have room for. They're easy for me to get to and not hidden away. And here's the thing, when I go through them, I don't have to declutter anything. I can just let the memories come back to me and enjoy those moments of reminiscing. How many you need depends on your style and space. I have 3 bins and room for 2 to 3 more as I get older and collect more memory catchers. So this system works for me at this stage of life. 3. Only keep what sparks joy. I love Marie Kondo, but this one doesn't always fit real life after 50. Not everything that matters sparks joy. Like this meat thermometer. I don't love it, but it serves a purpose. Or my mom's card that she gave me after she had her stroke. It's not exactly joyful, it still brings up a lot of emotion, but it reminds me of her strength and what we both went through. I don't want to forget that. Some things are just practical, some things hold memories, and some things connect you to the people you love. It doesn't all have to make you feel like a burst of happiness. It just has to make sense for you. I actually have my own rule of keep what fits your life right now. I think that encompasses what's joyful, purposeful, and meaningful for you. 4, you have to finish one room before moving on. Real life doesn't work like that. Some days you have energy for a closet, other days just one drawer. And that's why I finally created the Life Decluttered method. And it's a really simple, flexible method that lets you go ahead and bounce through different spaces naturally. You could start with a drawer and it leads to a closet, and you can go back and forth, and that's totally okay. Progress isn't linear, and I think your method shouldn't be either. There's a free guide in the description below if you want a full breakdown. 5, sell your stuff rather than donating. Now this is one of those rules that sounds awesome, but it's also full of red flags. A lot of us feel guilty about things we've bought and never used, and we think this was expensive, I should at least get some money back. And sure, sometimes selling can make sense, but selling also takes time, and it takes a lot of energy too. You have to find the right platform if you're selling online. You have to take photos, write descriptions, store the items, and then deal with shipping or meetups. If selling in person, you have to find stores in your area that will buy your items. And what if no one wants to buy them? Well, it could feel like a big waste of time and energy. I'll give you a recent example. I sold 5 books to a used bookstore downtown. Luckily, I found parking right away. The buyer was quick, and the whole thing took about 10 minutes.
Hello, are you looking to sell?
Yeah.
All right, I'll check you in.
Oh, awesome, thanks. About how long does it take?
Just for the one bag?
Yeah.
It'll probably be like 5 to 10 minutes
Oh.
as soon as the other buyer comes back.
Okay,
Let
awesome.
me just check you in the meantime.
They gave me $8. Not bad, but honestly, I got lucky. If parking had been a nightmare, or if I had to wait an hour just to make $8, would it have been worth it? Probably not. Now, if I had a full carload of books that they wanted to buy, this probably would have been worth the hassle. Maybe. What if I found parking 2 blocks away and lugging all those heavy books would have been a real pain? Depending on your situation and luck, sometimes it's just not worth the stress. Donating or even gifting can be so much kinder to your time, your energy, and your peace of mind. 6, minimalism equals happiness. This is a big one. You don't need to live in a white, empty space for it to be peaceful. We all have our own style or aesthetic that we gravitate to. You might be minimalist, minimalish, minimax, maximalish, or full-on maximalist. And none of these are wrong. When you know your natural style, decluttering actually gets easier because you stop fighting what feels right to you. You can love cozy, full bookshelves and still be clutter-free. Once you identify your style, it actually becomes much easier to declutter and organize. It is interesting that the combination of minimalism and decluttering is so popular on YouTube. And when we see it so often, we almost think that in order to declutter well, our homes have to look almost empty and bare. But your home doesn't have to look like anyone else's. What matters is that it feels calm and right for you. Your version of enough might look different, and that's the beauty of it. 7, decluttering means living with less. It's not always about less. It's about what fits your life right now. When you hit certain seasons, downsizing, retirement, caregiving, your needs change. You might need fewer fancy clothes, but a lot more comfy ones. Maybe you need all your cooking appliances because you cook at home much more often. Decluttering isn't about deprivation. It's about alignment. The concept of keep what fits your life now is such an important one for me. It helps me not only decluttering my home, but also decluttering my mind. It's about self-acceptance, who we are right now, and our age, our size, our energy level. Decluttering after 50 isn't about chasing minimalism. It's about creating a space that fits you, your energy, your memories, your season of life. The real goal isn't less stuff. It's clarity for the way you want to live right now. So take your time, my friend. You're not behind. You're just doing it differently. So remember, declutter the wish, keep the wisdom, and live your now. If this resonates with you, I created a free guide that walks you through exactly how to use focus bins and keepsake bins so you can declutter without the guilt or pressure. It's called the Life Decluttered Guide, and the link is right below. If you want more realistic decluttering for our season of life, I share new videos every other week. I'd love to have you here. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you find wellness today and every day. See you next time.